in Hollywood. It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Oh, God.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No! I am your host. I got our telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. And up into the studio once again, Bob Saget. Good to see you.
I'm so happy to see you. So
Really?
happy to be here. Yeah.
I love that.
I'm always running, from one exciting female issue to another.
Really? You got problems?
I don't know. It's not really a problem. It's good. I got, I have a girlfriend and I have 3 daughters and a mother. I need to be with men, Tom. That's what I'm saying. I need to be around men. I need to eat ribs. I need to drink shots of booze. And I need to make people laugh with horrible, dirty comedy.
Yes.
I'm editing myself. I've been a free spirit lately, so I'm trying not to curse. I do that game show, that 1 vs. 100. I coined the word shiggles. I'm allowed to say that on NBC. Shiggles.
Really?
It's and giggles is what that is. It's a new word.
Oh, I like that's like fugly.
It is exactly.
It's a contraction.
It's as opposed to foobar, which is used to be a club up north, which is a whole different thing. I would go to the foobar. It's where you drink foo, I guess.
Yes.
So how are you?
I'm doing absolutely great.
You're providing a good service because people need to talk about this stuff.
Yeah, I know they need to talk about this stuff, and they really have no safe place to talk about it. This is stuff you can't talk about at the office.
No, not unless you work in a male strip club. What, for women? I don't know. People getting a lab. A lab would be a good place.
Yes.
Sexual lab. But guys don't have a place where they're allowed to, I guess, is it misogynistic? Is that a bad word?
How about just be guys?
I need to be here really bad.
I know you do.
I have a lot of male stress. A lot of fluids backing up. That's not true, actually. I have a very healthy sexual relationship. Today's my mother's birthday, by the way. I don't know what made me think about her.
From fluids to your mom.
My mother, she's completely, I can't say she's full of fluid. That would be a terrible thing to say about my mom. She was born today. I used to have a terrible joke about it because today is, of course, Abraham Lincoln's birthday as well.
That's right.
And I used to say that to celebrate, my dad took her to a play and shot her in the head. But that's not something you can say because it's your mom's birthday.
It would be wrong to say that.
I did not tell her I was on the show so I could say that. But the audience is listening.
Now, you had one of the few TV shows that was not affected by the writer's strike.
Well, it wasn't. They saved them up. I went to Broadway to go tap my feminine side, and it's sore now, and so I'm back. But we did 8 shows of 1 vs. 100 before the strike, and then October 19th I opened on Broadway, and literally, because that's what happens when you tap your feminine side, you open on Broadway, and I'm sore. But I then came back, and so I think we're going to go make some more now. But it was, we couldn't, it is a Writers Guild show, so we...
Oh, it is a Writers Guild show.
Correct. We were allowed to do we had a few stored up questions. It's written by, It's not written, my stuff's not written, obviously. It's 1 vs. 100, what am I going to say? And the monkey's wrong, And, but we couldn't do it, but now we obviously can. So I'm very thankful that it's over and that people get to go write some, maybe some primetime scripted stuff that's about men and women and about men. And women.
It sounds like you've not visited your masculine side in some time. There you are, tap dancing in front of the usual little old Jewish ladies and homosexuals who like Broadway, and then you come back to L.A., and you've got all these women issues going on here. You're surrounded by women.
I am, and there are a lot of good men to be had in New York as well. And it's not all. Theater people are not all little, Jewish ladies and gay men. Sometimes it's little old Jewish gay men. You know, it's not just that look like Yoda or Smeagol, you know, from, or what's his name, Nobby or Hobby from Harry Potter. What's that little thing's name? That
like we would know in this room? Come on.
I know, you're right. But I am back, and I've been doing stand-up at late at night, and I thought I was going to try to be more dignified and talk about what things are about, and I just went back to being just a nasty bastard. Not nasty, but I'm saying wrong things.
Yes. Now, did you try that in New York at all while you were there?
I did a little stand-up. I did. I stopped into a couple of the clubs there, and I kind of just freaked out a couple nights, which made me feel good. But then I went right back to my... I love doing the show. It was the Drowsy Chaperone, which is actually going to be here. But the Drowsy Chaperone is not something you would readily hear on the Tom Leykis show.
No. No, it's
hey,
not.
I'm in the Drowsy Chaperone. Well, that's nice. Okay. But I'm doing, I'm going into Vegas. I'm going to do the Hard Rock Joint, and I'm going to do the thing in Anaheim, the Grove, and I'm doing another great gig in San Diego, the House of Blues. So that's the stuff that I'm like howling at the moon right now. I got a lot of I have a friend who says that when you think about something perverted, no matter what you think about, someone is out there doing it. They're either doing it or they've thought about it, whether it be like with, you know, an animal or, you know, a mythological creature like a unicorn or someone you fantasize about, some, you know, hot woman and an animal, you know, starfish, a can of soup. You know, people will put things on them, in them, near them. They don't even care. But I'm joking about it, and that gives me like 15 minutes of things that don't exist. But I'm very happy to get my testosterone pumping back into my sack.
That's about time.
Because I'm Bob Sack. I have sack in my name. You know how frustrating that is? But SAG. Well, you know I'm not an actor. So no, I am an actor. But that show is actually AFTRA, the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You're a member of that, right?
I'm a member of SAG and AFTRA.
Mm-hmm. I'm a member of 7 Guild. I'm a member of the Amalgamated Meat Cutters because I went to school and I put myself through college with some of my parents' help.
Do you still pay the dues and go to the union meetings?
No, but I like, you know, you can beat our prices, but you can't beat our meat.
Right.
Is the slogan. And my dad was a meat head. He was the head of the meat. So
yes.
I got my job. And so I don't know. I took a leave of absence, but I have a trade. If I need to go cut meat.
You need something to fall back on.
I can fall back on it right now.
I love that.
If I fall back on my meat, I'm back on Broadway again. And then I'm all Fruity Pebbles. And I'm telling you, I need to pump the fluid back into my sack. That's the theme of what I'm getting at. And this show makes me, I literally feel, I haven't been here for months because I was on Broadway. I am becoming a man again. This is like a kind of a rite of passage for me to be back here.
This is where you come.
Pardon me? I just thought we were talking about hanging out with guys and
I think
stuff.
this is Broadway? Come on.
Wait a second. You guys want to play Twister? What are you doing tonight? Do you like Grecian war movies?
Now, those New York audiences are kind of rude, aren't they?
No, this was an amazing play. It was a really good play.
Really?
You actually would have liked it. I had some of my smart, cynical friends that don't necessarily love a theater experience, and this play it's just a good play because the first line of the play is "I hate theater." And I get to say that. So it was it's kind of a caustic, negative play, and then it kind of becomes, you know, excitingly fruity as a good Broadway show should be. And then at the end of the night, everybody, you know, plays fondue with themselves. I made very good friends, and I love them. We're BFFs. We are. We text each other. A real man doesn't text, does he?
The last text I got from you was on Valentine's Day last year.
Wow.
Do you remember sending it?
I do, but we can't really I don't think we should probably, because, you know, my girlfriend is listening, and I think we had a fun Valentine's Day.
We did.
We texted each other.
Yes, we did.
No, I didn't mean us. I meant my girlfriend and I. And we're going to have fun this year. We have a good, I've been dating her. You know, I say that she's my girlfriend a year and 8 months, and then I say that's her age, and that's a joke, because that can't be her. And then I say when I call her baby, I mean it. But that would be horrible. That would be sacrilegious. That would be if my sack didn't go on strike, but I worshipped it. I'm sacrilegious. I pray to my sack. If you pray to your sack, are you on your knees praying? You can't, because then your sack is too close to the ground. And when you pray, you're supposed to bow to the ground. I'm sorry. I need to be here so bad.
I know you do.
I shouldn't have taken those mushrooms before I came in. I had a salad, actually, with shiitake. I'm trying to speak the radio code. You can say things without getting bleeped, right?
I know.
What's your favorite mushroom? Would you say shiitake?
Shiitake? Yes.
What's your favorite dog? A Shih Tzu?
Yeah, yesterday I was on the air. I was telling a woman why I thought she was the most interesting woman in the entire country.
You kidding me?
I'm kidding you not.
You know, they don't grow on... I'm sorry, that's a step too far. You can... what is it? No, you can't put the tree back. No, that's not it. You can't do that. Was she angry at that?
Well, I think the other women who followed were even more angry that I said something like that. And my God, I mean, what's wrong with patriotism? What's happened to this country nowadays?
You know, I think you're right, because it doesn't fall far from the tree.
Right.
And, in Israel, they plant them.
That's exactly right.
Let me ask you a question. This is an important question. You kind of brought it up. I skirted the issue because I was on Broadway. I skirted a lot of things. The question I have is, it's Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Now, I'm sure you've been thinking and talking about this all day.
I've been talking about it for a week or two, actually.
Right. I apologize. I was, in a coma. I just got out. They woke me up at Cedars. But Valentine's, it's a Hallmark holiday.
Yes.
And it's a Saint Valentine, I believe.
Well, do you think anybody remembers that part?
No one even knows who was that. Was that a guy?
I don't even know.
I don't know either. But it was a massacre. They had that. Which a lot of Valentine's days are.
That's exactly right.
I've had a lot of sad Valentine days. I've had a couple good ones. I don't remember other ones because I've gotten drunk and just hung out with buddies because I was in and out of a relationship, perhaps. Yes. This is 2 in a row for me. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because I'm basically a hummingbird. I regenerate like a starfish. What are you planning on the V-Day?
I don't make plans. Last year and the year before, I took Dean out to Lola's on Fairfax,
which we've seen each other at.
Yes,
we have. And
I took him there to I was trying to show the audience.
That's where you were last year.
That's where I was last year on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And that's, I went in there to prove that it's the best night to pick up chicks, Valentine's Day, because any woman at a bar on Valentine's Day is crying in her apple martini. That's what she's doing.
Right.
She's there. She's going to do something she's going to regret for the rest of her life because she's feeling so low. And I want to be there when it happens.
Yeah, you're just there to pick it up and get her out of it.
And run with it.
I sometimes will get a martini for a girl that has no flavor, and then I'll get her to weep into it. And then it's salty and kind of a dirty martini, but it was made of her tears. It's not dry. It's a wet martini because I got her to cry.
Yes.
Then there's the kind that cries so much that their nose drips into the martini. Some guys dig that. I don't. And that's the best martini in the country. But I'm going to have a good time this year. I know it because it just happened that way. You know, sometimes things just happen and you're in a good place because, you know, the rest of the crap just disappeared for some reason.
So what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
I'm going to put the crap back in my life. No, I'm going to go to New York with my girlfriend.
New York?
New York. That's what I call downtown.
Oh.
No, that's what I call a waxing parlor.
She said to you, when are you going to go downtown? She said, honey, I have a surprise. I got tickets to go to New York.
And New York is, but no, we're going through the whole romantic thing, and we'll toast each other, and then hopefully we'll love each other a long time.
Yes, I've told 6 different women I'm going to meet them at the Empire State Building on Valentine's Day.
And are any of them climbing it? I mean, you're really going to meet them there? It's going to be like you've got.
They're going to meet each other.
Was that? What movie was that?
It was Sleepless in Seattle.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yes.
I'll meet you at the top of this building.
Yes. You be there. I'll be there to meet you.
And I will push you off.
I don't have to. They're going to want to jump when they realize they went to New York and I flaked on them.
Well, or you do it. And you've got all 6 of them there at the same time.
At the same time.
How hot is that? That's going to be the best.
Then I'm going to get thrown off the Empire State Building.
You bring a thermos of Jaeger to that. So it's possible. So you're saying you're going to go out and you're going to meet a girl, perhaps, on Valentine's Day.
Last year I met 2.
And did you... have you... I haven't... We've talked about this. We've skirted this a little bit. That's a third party.
Yes.
I mean, is that something that you can have and then revisit? Or is that like a one-time thing?
It depends on whether you want to know the people a year later.
Oh, well, that's presumptuous, though. I mean, have you ever, I don't want to ask personal questions.
No, you can ask personal questions.
Have you been with two women before?
Yes.
Were they related to each other? I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. But you've been, and did it reoccur? Did you go there again?
No. No. I'm always into the new meat.
But I took a leave of absence from the meat. New meat. But you're a hunter, and you like to conquer it.
I like to gather.
And then you feast.
And then I throw the dead bodies out back into the wilderness.
And then you light the burning bush. And you take off your shoes. Because it's a hallowed bush. But you have not really, have you had more than one double encounter?
Yes.
Is it something that you look for?
No, it doesn't usually work that way. Unless you're one of those people who likes to advertise like in the LA Express. It doesn't work that way.
I actually met a girl at Panda Express, and I brought her home, and we had the chicken, garlic, shrimp, something. Say something funny, please. I'm in huge trouble. I've never really been with...
she wanted to order the Some Young Guy? Is that what you wanted to say?
The cream of that soup. I can't remember. Is there any cream in the... Yes, there's cream. It's cream soup.
Yes.
There's cream in it.
There is.
Speaking of cream in it, so you've had many. Have you ever had a girlfriend that you were able to bring another person into? Because I've got a girlfriend, but if you're looking for a third,
you can't ever do it with a girlfriend.
She's gonna love this part.
By the way, the girlfriend has always done it with someone before you. Okay.
No, not
back
mine.
when they were having fun. But then they decide with you they want to be serious because you're the real thing. And the other guy was just that really hot ski instructor who meant nothing to her. And the really hot tennis instructor, the really hot scuba instructor, they meant nothing to her. But you're the real deal.
So this girl got drunk with the ski instructor.
Right.
And another girl was there.
Yes.
And then she was drinking. And he was buying them shots because they were flirting with each other.
Right.
And then they pulled the college move, I guess. Is that? I hope that's not too...
No.
And they made out. The girls made out.
Yes.
And the guy eggs that on.
Right.
And then next thing you know, he puts more booze in them.
Right.
And maybe other stuff.
A little Dijonnaise, and then he becomes part of a sandwich.
And then he puts himself into the...
that's how it works.
And then he falls into the gap. So that's how you make a three-way, pretty much.
That's how you do it.
Well, I don't think I can. I don't. Do you enjoy getting a girl drunk? Do you like watching that? Is that too blatant a question? There's no subtlety to that question. Do you enjoy? You can't really.
There's nothing to watch. I mean,
no, it's just ingesting.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. The trick is to have her drink more booze than you do.
But they always say that, so it's kind of like placebo. You're kind of like pouring them in the plant.
Right. Or drinking ginger ale or.
But if you keep putting booze in her, doesn't she have gas and stuff?
The trick
her breath
is
smells like a rotten onion. At
you
some
don't
point?
want to put too much in. That's where guys screw up. They keep saying, "Here, have another shot. Here, have another shot."
Right. And
then you drive the girl home. She's throwing out your passenger window,
and she hasn't eaten.
She hasn't eaten.
Right. So do you have to feed them? If you feed them first, then what? They might poop in the car, right?
No, but they will never. Here's the thing. They will never.
I mean, I'm turned off by that. Because that says, exit only.
You got to understand.
That's a statement.
You got to understand.
I pooped. Well, the date's over.
Once they ask you to take them out to eat, they're not having sex with you. No woman is ever going to have sex with you with bacon cheeseburger breath from Denny's at 3 in the morning. It's not going to happen.
What if you put it in your lap like American Pie and tell her, hold the pickle, hold the lettuce, and special sauce is available? What if you do that? What if you write drive-up window on your lower parts? What if you take the star, the Carl's star, and put yourself through it and just tell her to talk into the jack? I almost am crossing a line that it would be dead air if I really. Have you had to do that? Have you had to dump out on here?
This just happened. As a matter of fact,
was it someone?
I've dumped a few times. No, I'm talking to a caller. One day, I practically gave my home address up north, my new house. Practically told them exactly where I lived, and I had to bleep that out. Because I was getting, do you have a house? Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, it's that I just I get comfortable here. I start telling him where I live.
Yeah, you're talking to him.
What am I doing? So I had to dump that. But there are other times I got really pissed off at people, and I'll say something I shouldn't say.
Right.
And yes, we've had to hit the dump button more than once. Wasn't there a word or a phrase I used? Very matter-of-factly, I was talking to a caller. Oh, a-hole, but I said the whole word. Ooh. And I said, you can't say the word a-hole, although I didn't say a-hole.
Oh. Wow.
Now I've just said it. So we had to bleep me.
Wow. But you can say a-hole.
You can say a-hole, but you can't, well, you're not...
Can't add the consonants.
We're guessing you can't say the whole word. No one's ever gotten fined for that I know of, but...
Right. And the people that find them are, by definition... Exactly.
Right. And they work for a government agency. If you tried pronouncing it, you could get suspended or fined.
But we support the country.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love my country.
Notice it's no country for old men.
And isn't that the truth?
It really isn't. Because as you get older, your sack pulls you to the ground. It's gravity. And it's such a lonely word. Do you see No Country for Old Men? It's a lot of walking around, and it's an amazing movie. It's amazing.
Is that Coen Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a pretty wild, amazing thing to look at. But it's No Country for Old Men. It's true. And then Juno, did you see that?
No. Last I looked, that was an email service.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a movie now?
It is. It's about a girl that gets pregnant, which I thought that it should be called...
You met her on Juno.com?
I thought it should be called There Will Be Blood. Because of her situation. But teen pregnancy is nothing to laugh at if you're responsible. And I'm a responsible person.
Yes, I understand.
I actually moved next door to Planned Parenthood because my rate is so frenetic. I don't think people should listen to anything I'm saying right now. You love your house, though, right?
I love my house.
That's a great thing to love your home.
I do. I just bought a second home up in Santa Barbara County. I'm not going to give away the location again. That's the last time I'm doing that.
It's beautiful up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Will you do the show and head up there?
Sometimes I will. Mm-hmm. Bought 20 acres up there, and I'm just gonna walk through the fields.
Do you ever think of having a big party and inviting...
Memorial Day weekend, are you up?
When is that?
The last Monday in May, whatever day that is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know Monday's a big day. I wasn't available because I'm going to still be having all the relaxation for my active weekend. For Valentine's Day weekend.
That's 3 months from now.
Oh, yeah, but it takes me that long for my sperm to build back. No, I keep it on ice, actually. I sit on an igloo at home. The thing you keep the beer in it. I rub my eggs on there. I actually slammed myself in the freezer a couple nights ago.
No.
Yeah, it's really bad. But the only good thing about it is it's ice, and so it doesn't really kind of serves its own purpose. You got to be very careful with your sack. If you walk around with nothing on, which some guys do, you know, I'm sure you have at your house.
Oh, all the time.
Free spirit.
Yeah.
I got a lot of windows at my house, so I like to smash myself up against them. Like a spider monkey. I want people... It's like a suction cup. I'm like that little thing that sticks to your back window. Is that Ziggy or Ziggy? Zippy or... No Country for Old Men.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Bob Saget is here. You see him every week on 1 versus 100, and your telephone calls are coming up.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866.
All those guys out there that are knocking these broads up and telling them that they love them and all of that. You know, these girls don't love you. These girls love the wallet. These girls don't want to have your baby. These girls want to have job security.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show from Hollywood. 1-800-5800-TOM. That is our telephone number. Bob Saget is here.
Thank you.
And Bob is all over the place. You'll see him in San Diego at the Hard Rock 4th and B on March 7th. In Anaheim, he'll be at the Grove March 8th. And then the big show in Las Vegas at the Hard Rock on March 21st.
You got to come to that because that's the pate.
Really?
I'm bringing a pate. I'm going to take giant pate. That's what they told me. Come to the pate. Now it's going to be fun, and Jeff Ross is going to do it with me.
Oh, Jeff is good.
Yeah, very funny. We both have our share of women issue and questions.
Yes.
Control. I think it's about control sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants control.
Well, the thing is, when you get into a relationship, as a man, you lose control.
Yes. And sometimes you like that if they're, like, twisting and turning it.
Yes.
Because that's okay. That's like, until they're you ever been, like, smacked around and it was like, that was a little bit too harsh? And
yes.
And they pull and not they. When I say they, I don't mean, No Country for Old Men. I mean, just people in general that pull and smack you around. Twist and turn, and then see if it'll just snap back by itself. Like a balsa wood plane that you twirl the propeller and then it snaps back. And sometimes the band snaps. And then you've got no scrote for this world. I don't know if you can even say that, but I don't know if it means anything. I don't think it means anything. But have you ever been in a relationship where the person manhandled you?
Yes. Yes, I have.
That's a tough one.
I've been black and blue.
Wow.
Yes, I have.
And did you stay with that person?
No, I didn't.
Was that the turning point as soon as you...
Well, it was, because I felt that if I responded in kind and 911 was called, I knew who was going to the pokey.
Yeah. And you know what happens there?
Yes, I do. A little really more of the same.
Black and blue.
I didn't need that.
No, I don't want to go to the pokey. Wasn't that Gumby's friend?
Yes.
What's that mean? What were they doing?
I don't know.
They were doing something.
Gumby.
He was once a little green ball of clay. It sounds sketchy to me. You should see what Gumby can do today. Yeah, that's right. A friend of mine said when you break up with a girl, you just have to get right back up on the horse. And I said, dude, I want to be with a woman. That's the joke. It's just a joke. It's nothing. I don't want to be smacked around. Sometimes you think you like it. Somebody gets in that dominatrix kind of thing.
Yeah.
Says put on this harness and this zipper suit and put that on and that, diving bell and the butterfly, and they get you all dressed up. And they throw you in a well. And they, just put cigarettes out on you. God, I miss those days.
I think I saw that on YouTube, didn't I?
Yeah, I shot it this morning. I have a problem because I like meat a lot. We were talking about meat so much. I eat much too much. I'm on cholesterol medicine.
Meat is great.
It's a natural. Meat is a natural.
Yeah.
I had a colonoscopy a couple days ago. Well, actually a couple weeks ago, but that's how quick life is for me. It was, I had a camera up there and everything, and it was a whole crew, makeup and hair.
Yeah.
I had everything up there.
Was it an HD?
It was an HD. Very hard camera crew. No, hard to shoot. Have you ever had that thing?
Not yet.
It's something you got to do.
I know.
My daughter, I have 3 of them. That doesn't sound nice. That was disrespectful. I got 3 of them. No, but my center daughter said to me, "You need to go to the butt doctor." So I go to this guy, and he goes...
To see if you have ass cancer.
Yeah, right? And then he goes, no one laughs at this, and I don't blame anybody, but I can't help it. He goes, "You don't have cancer." And I said, "Great, now what am I going to do?" Thank you. Nobody finds that funny. I don't understand it. It's a why me kind of joke, So I said, my daughter said I need to go to the butt doctor, and he very seriously says to me, that's really not something we like to be called in our profession. I'm like, I guess, I feel like calling me a hack, So, and then he says, I used to do liver transplants. And I said, "Really? Did you take them out through people's asses?" And he didn't laugh at that. And then he just put his hand in some Valvoline. They put you out. They drug you hardcore. They knock you out. Yeah. That was complete. And they said, "You're going to be out cold in 30 seconds.
Wow.
And then I woke up and my mouth was sore. I don't know what they did to me. They didn't go near it, but it was all parched. And the nurse, when I woke up, said, "You were very nice to me." What does that mean? Did I tip you? I don't know. She was very sweet, though. They're very nice. They cup you like a small baby. I don't know. I'll tell you what it stems back to. I'm going to tell you something I've never told anybody.
Okay.
Except during dinner conversation with friends inappropriately. When I was a year old, I really believe this is a problem.
Yes.
My mother, whose birthday is today, she's 83 today. Supposedly, I had an infection on my genitalia.
Yes.
And she claims that she put maybe this is too much for your listeners, she put a purple cream on it, and then she says she got the infection on her hand. And then I said, well, did you use like a glove or a Kleenex? She said, no, you were my baby. I used my bare hand. I think that's my problem. I think that just you can go through everything, the litany of events in my life are because my mom smacked that stuff on my... I was a baby, and I couldn't stop it. What can a baby say at a year old? You can't go, that's inappropriate. That's Purple Cream, which is a Prince song, I believe. But she's a good man, my mom, and I wish her well. I bought her a pocketbook.
Yes.
But I love her. She's not listening. She's not listening. And if anybody's listening that knows my mom, they know that she's the best. She is. She's amazing. Yes. Are you close with your mom?
My mom passed away about 10 years ago. But I was close with my mom. Yes, I was.
That's good.
Yeah.
I lost my dad a year ago. It happens. I think he was relieved.
You think so?
Well, you don't know my mom. No, they loved each other to death, literally. But they were like two people in a cow suit. They went everywhere together.
Really?
Yep. And they wore matching outfits and.
With trapdoors?
Yeah, you got to have easy access when you get that age, because stuff just starts. It's like a lava flow. He was like wearing like what are those things called when you go out in the woods? Gang rape. The trapdoor. The trapdoor in your
it was called a trapdoor.
Thermal pajamas. And you have a trapdoor so you can go in the outhouse back in the old days.
Yes.
No country for old men days.
Yes.
Long Johns. That's right.
Yes.
He's my favorite actor.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back here with Bob Saget, and we're going to come back with your telephone calls coming up.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-58...
From Hollywood, it's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. We are here with Bob Saget in studio. 1 versus 100. It's on NBC. That's been a huge hit TV show. Fridays at 8, 7 Central on NBC.
Yeah, it's a fun show to do. They had a live monkey on the show last week, and he lost. He got one question right, and the guy next to him lost, and then the monkey finally lost. It was actually hilarious.
Now, is that an optical illusion? Are those 100 people sitting on top of each other? How do you do that?
It's a gigantic set, which I said to a woman a couple years ago. But I digress, which is what people say when they have nothing good to say. But it's like a giant, Hollywood Squares blew up. It's 100 people, all with their own lighting boards and microphones and lights, and they're all piled up all the way to the ceiling.
How far away do you have to shoot that in order to get them all in?
I was asked that when I did porn. I could shoot them from here because I'm that much of a guy, and I've got the backdraft. But they're
could you hit all 100 though?
Hell yeah, 1 versus 100. But they're up pretty high. But I can do it. It's all about pressure. It's about the stranglehold.
Exactly.
And then release.
That's right.
But they're all the way up to the ceiling. And one time we had a test audience when we were first starting out the whole thing. We had to rehearse it to figure out, does it work, with all the bells and whistles and everything. And there was some nice elderly lady at the very, very top. Basically, the light was burning her wig, I think. And she said, I can't see the question. And we went, do we have to, is it because of the angle? She said, no, I need glasses. When we realized she probably shouldn't be part of the mob. She had no clue what was going on. But the monkey guessed right. And some guy won $1 million, I can't say it, but it aired already, so I could talk about it. But yes. I could be in a bar, and I could basically do that horrible, like the movie Quiz Show, insider trading, but I would never do that because I signed stuff. I'm sworn to secrecy.
Yes.
It's the closest to a prenup that I'll be getting for many, many years. And it's a fun show to do, and people actually like it, which makes me happy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's nice to entertain people. And it is family. When I go do my stand-up and other things I've been working on, I get to be more R-rated, which for some people is a giant conflict of interest, I guess, because I was the dad on television, and now now it's No Country for Old Men.
Now, what is this song I heard? Is this a rap record? What is this?
That thing was something that someone played for me. That thing that I shared with you during the commercial break.
No. We're talking about the one that has your name in it.
Oh, that thing. I'm glad you saved me just now.
Yes.
No one should know whatever happens during commercial break.
No, we were listening to during the break.
No. But that's Rolling with Saget that Jamie Kennedy and Stu Stone did, which is on it's on the web. It's all over YouTube. It's a rap song that they wrote one night because we went into a bar at like 2 a.m. here in L.A. We were just hanging out, Jamie Kennedy and Stu and I, and it was a couple of years ago. And I knocked on the door, and they let us come in and drink after hours. And they locked the door, and which is okay because then it's private time, unless there's a police officer there.
Yes, of course.
and we had drinks, and then the next day they called me and said, "Hey, there's nothing like Rolling with Saget. We're going to write a song about it." And I said, "Why are you talking like that?" And they're good friends of mine, and they went and did it, and I let them do it, and then they shot this $500,000
You are
music
now
video.
about to witness the strength of Bob Saget. Bob Saget. Have you ever had one of those nights that started off so damn good? No fights, no fuss, it's understood that when you go to the bar,
Man, we ain't leaving till there's girls in the car.
well, this night started off just like that, except Jamie's in the driver's seat, Saget's in the back.
We rolling on 20 to the club, pull up front, Saget's in the back seat.
Valet opens up the door to park the car. The bouncer at the front don't wanna let us in the bar. Bob says,
Here, let me show him some affection.
Then he walked up, wound up, cold clock decked him.
started screaming for the to respect him. Next thing you know, we're in the VIP section.
When crew runs deep like this, you wanna brag.
Who you rolling with?
Man,
I'm rolling with Saget. You rolling with Bob Saget.
Oh, cow.
That's how I roll.
I don't think most people think of you that way. Whether it's true or not, I don't think they think of you that way.
No, but, if you're out with me late enough and it's that time of year.
Is that how it is?
Kind of is sometimes. I mean, if I'm in Vegas, what happens, what I do in Vegas stays on TMZ. I was TMZ'd not long ago. I was in some restaurant here and I came out of the thing and some guy starts talking to me and asking me, like, wanted me to make jokes about Britney or whatever. And I just was like, it's kind of weird. You just had dinner, you're worried if you got dribble coming out of your mouth or something. And then I just said, "How's your mother?" And he kept filming, and I'm looking right at the camera, and he goes, "Hey, what do you mean?" And I said, "How's your grandmother? How's she doing?" And then he goes, "Oh, is that your car? Did you get that with Full House money?" I went, "Yeah," and I took your grandmother, drove her to Sacramento in it. So I realized I probably shouldn't have said that, but they didn't do anything with it, because I don't think he wanted his mother or his grandmother trashed.
Well, at least you didn't say, Harvey Levin's new movie, No Country for Old Men.
It's such a good movie, and it's real life. That's how I roll. Late at night, I'll just go out and pull bullets out of my leg myself. Because if someone pops a cap in your ass, where are you going to go to get it taken out? You can't really go to the ER if it's a 44. I don't know. Is there a 44? 22. Two 22s make a 44. I know what I'm talking about. I can add. Have you played with guns before?
No.
See, that's what's missing from our lives.
Only my own.
In the song, you played with your own gun?
Yes, I did.
Happiness is a warm gun.
No doubt.
But I believe that's a Beatles song, and I think it's a drug reference. I'm not sure.
I think so.
I'm just guessing. And then they go, "Yes, it is." And then he goes, "Happiness is a warm, yes, it is." Then he goes, John Lennon, like the greatest. Then he goes, "What am I, a fool? Don't answer, please." So it's V-Day for Me Day.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Do you have a big... No, it's the day after tomorrow.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm going to really screw it up then. I got a whole bed full of flowers.
That's going to be your excuse.
Oh.
I thought it was yesterday.
I'm going to be walking around with IV on wheels.
I was wondering why I didn't see you yesterday. I was ready with surprises and everything.
The chocolate's rotted.
Damn. All right, next year, honey. Don't worry. I'll get you next year.
Well, if we know it's going to be a good Valentine's Day if I text you. When I text you, Tom, that's it. And now I have to text you.
I'll be watching my phone.
I'm texting you. Thursday night I have to, and I'll say it's going good. I'm having a good time with my girlfriend.
Bob Saget.
Hell yeah.
1 versus 100 NBC, Fridays 8, 7 Central Time. See them all over the place, including the Hard Rock on March 21st in Las Vegas. Good to see you.
You too, man. I look forward to seeing you.
All right, Bob Saget, everybody.
The Tom Leykis Show. 97.